SEGA.
Take off at the speed of sound. Bright lights, the colors all around. I'm running wild, living fast and free. Got no regrets inside of me. Not looking back, not giving up, not letting go. I'll keep on running. I'm gonna reach for the stars, although they look pretty far. I'm gonna find my own way and take a chance on today. The sky would start so bright, the colors feel so right. I've never felt like this, I'll keep on running. The sky would start so bright, the colors feel so right. Just take my hand, we're gonna reach for the stars tonight.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Sonic Colors playthrough. Hope you all enjoyed that awesome opening sequence. I love it so much. And I really love this menu screen, it's just so glorious. With all the spinning wisps. We haven't met them yet, but we will do. And it's just like, so epic. I mean, to come onto the game with this. With the main theme of Sonic Colors. Beautiful orchestral soundtrack, it's just like, glorious. So let's get it on with the game. Start a new game, and
Do you read me?
the navigator's basically just to give you hints as you go along, to pull up where the bottomless pits are. Doing with the navigator off doesn't let you see where the bottomless pits are, and you kind of want to. Anyway, this is the first 3D Sonic game ever where the player starts a new game and is immediately taken to the first stage without a cutscene, which I just find sort of awesome that they decided to do that for this game. Sort of makes it like the classic games, which I think lots of people wanted, but it sort of fits into the whole thing of Sonic Colors, really. Now, the song at the start was Reach for the Stars by Cash Cash, which was quite awesome. I think I remember when it was first announced, everyone was like, oh my god, this song sucks. But since then, everyone's like, ooh, party! Yeah. Anyway, with Sonic Colors, the head supervisor was Takashi Iizuka, and Morio Kishimoto was the director of this version of the game. It was written by Ken Pontac and Warren Graff, who did the story for Mad World, which was made by Platinum Games and published by Sega, and the other writer was Yasushi Otake. The composers for this game are Kenichi Tokoi as the sound producer, Tomoyo Otani, Fumi Kumatani, Mariko Namba, and Hideaki Kobayashi. I love the Sonic Colors soundtrack because it's just glorious. In particular, I mean, Tropical Resort, which is the stage we're in right now, with it, the song was done by Tomoyo Otani, and I just love it, it's so bouncy. It's just epic. And here we have the first results screen of MP. Yay! You can go back and get higher ranks later in the game, but it's kind of hard to get any better now. You can break all of the result screens to get rings or extra lives. It's kind of helpful. Yeah, we get thrown straight into Act 2. Each world has a grand total of 6 acts and a boss, with the first 2 being sort of lengthy-ish normal levels, and the rest being kind of short sub-levels with little bits of stuff happening, which is kind of interesting. Now, the Sonic Colours soundtrack is called Vivid Sounds X Hybrid Colours, and it's absolutely glorious. I love it so much. All of the levels have got really quite memorable songs, which is pretty damn good. There's not that many of them, but all of them you can pretty much hum along to immediately. They're just so catchy. In the background you can hear the wonderful Mike Pollock as Dr. Eggman doing PA announcements, and some of them are absolutely hilarious. It's just some of the things that comes out with are just ridiculous. I mean, I'll try and highlight a couple of the more awesome ones as we go along, but yeah, it's quite awesome. Now, as I was scouring TV tropes for facts about this game so that I could give you some insight, I came across the wonderful fact that Sonic Colours is absolutely made of a trope called Hellfire Peaks, where you basically merge two types of level together. And Tropical Resorts fits Palm Tree Panic, which is level from Sonic CD, but also pretty much embodies a beach level, meets Amusement Park, and sort of, I think that's quite cool how all of the levels in Sonic Colours merge together different elements of level genres. Makes things a little bit different to your standard ice level, water level, lava level, and so on and so forth that Sonic sometimes does fall into. And finally, we're going to get the opening cutscene. It's taken it bloody long enough.
Welcome to Eggman's incredible Interstellar Amusement Park, where you can enjoy
And here we get introduced to the brand new voice actors.
He loves to hear his own lips flap, but I gotta hand it to the Eggster. This place is epic.
That's Roger Craig Smith as Sonic.
No
Most people
doubt.
know him as
Now I'm
Ezio
not
Auditore,
sure.
Crest Redfield, Adara from Naruto, Razor Madwell, Siegfried from Soul Calibur 4, Eddie Gordo from Tekken 5 and 6, and Zagging Taz of Vesperia.
Lucky for us, he's not very good at keeping things hidden.
Very true.
True. It
And
would be
there's
pretty
Kate
hard
Higgins
to
as Tails. She's most well known for Sakura Haruno in Naruto, Tina in Dead or Alive, Naomi/Rinrin in Mad World, Shura in Soul Calibur 4, Tsubaki in Trinity Universe, Arietta the Wild in Tales of the Abyss, Sodio in Tales of Vesperia, Izuku, Yashiro, and Raimubito in The World End With You. So there's a couple of information for you.
I wouldn't say it was that easy.
And I really do just love sort of the simplicity of these cutscenes. After the sort of probably overzealous nature of some of the previous games, it's nice to come back to a nice, simple, fun story.
I can't believe somebody was dumb enough to leave the keys.
There's the space elevator,
It's like Eggman's
which is
begging
quite
us to
awesome.
sneak in and trash the place.
Now, one thing that I think a lot of people have noted is that the lip syncing isn't that great, especially in these CGI cutscenes. I don't know, that's just getting a little bit lazy or not. But, yeah, it's noticeable in the CGI cutscenes, but not so much in any of the others, really. It's alright.
Well, that's a relief.
But it's lovely to see Mike Pollock back as Eggman, because really, he's the one who's been absolutely spectacular throughout his entire run. None of the other actors were that great, but yeah. And here we have Orbot and Cubot. Orbot's the red guy, and Cubot's the yellow guy. Orbot is voiced by Kirk Thornton, who voices Gabumon from Digimon, Sayax from Kingdom Hearts, Kisame in Naruto, Xiaodun and Menghu from Dynasty Warriors. And Cubot is Wally Wingert, who voices Renji in Bleach, John in the Garfield animated cartoons, Rufus Shinra in Final Fantasy Advent Children, the Riddler in Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and Lord Remiel in Tales of Symphonia, and Magnoa in Tales of Symphonia 2. They're basically the comic relief of the game. And here we got introduced to the Wisps. After we've put in the name of the awesome commentator you have, we shall get on with the third act, where we will learn how to use wisps and so on and so forth. Ooh, who are we going to use for our icon? I think we'll choose Yakka. Because Yakka is awesome.
Next up, the tropical resort.
Now, I'll talk about the main map screen later, but this is the area map. You basically move around to the different levels and get on with them. Every time a new wisp turns up, it'll appear on the map screen, and after you complete that level, you unlock it for later use. It's quite awesome. Now, rather hilariously, I hardly use the cyan wisp in this level. I should do, it would have got me far more points, but I didn't for some bizarre reason. Now, I'm going to discuss the red rings at a later date, but yes, I do try and collect as many as I can that aren't out of the way. So yes, each level has about 2 or 3 variations of the, I think it's, yeah, a grand total of 3 variations on the theme, which is pretty awesome, really. It's the Cyan Wisp. Basically, what the Cyan Wisp does is it shoots you along the path that it points out for you, and if you hit one of the lovely diamond things, then it'll follow that path. Or if you go into these electrical stick things, then you'll go through them. Which is quite cool. Now, Sonic Colors came out about the 28th of November 2010, and the reason I'm doing this playthrough right now, in such a particular timeline, is because Sonic's 20th anniversary, and his 20th anniversary game, is coming out on the 4th of November, in the UK anyway. So, that's what this is for. We're having a celebration of Sonic through the beautiful Sonic colours. I really do love colours. It's a bit short, but it's just awesome. And I do just love it so much. I find it hilarious. The first level I get to use Wisp on, I don't use them. I think I just sort of laughed when I realised what I'd done and tried to use it so much more in the later levels. It was like, ah! I'm also using the boost a lot. But that's the main difference between Colours and Unleashed. In Unleashed, it was sort of, you needed to use the boost to do well, and you could constantly use it really. Whereas here, it's not that necessary. You do spend a lot of time platforming. So like, Unleashed was about speed, this is more about platforming. And it's rather hilarious that the best 3D Sonic game spends most of its time in 2D. Which is rather amusing. I've got an A for that? Jeez! Anyway, that was Act 3, we're about halfway through Tropical Resort. Woo!